Hey everyone, it's Marnie Greenberg. Welcome to my free live stream. This is all about starting your year with that extra strength, that strong energy to be able to turn your 28 resolutions into reality. It's based on my #1 international best-selling book, Delete Stress and Pain on the Spot. And I'm here today to simply put my book into action for you. So I want to thank everyone from all around the world for joining us here on the stream today. Some of you have been with me a long time, so welcome back and thanks for joining me all the time. I love you. And others are new, so that's great. You can start at any level you want. So it's Tuesday, January 23rd. It's 5 p.m. Pacific time. You are listening live. If it's past January 23rd, you will still benefit from listening to the replay recording. Everyone, let me repeat, everyone on the stream will benefit by listening today. If you're new, also be sure to come on over to my website, MarnieGreenberg.com. Enter your name and email so that you can be part of all my upcoming free programs, because I got a lot this year coming for you and I don't want you to miss out on that. So today, right now, I want you to take inventory. Just how are you feeling? Take a deep breath in and exhale and just simply ask yourself, what are you sensing in your physical body? You know, it's mid-January, and I really want you to start this year strong. Do you have back pain? Maybe you have lower back pain, upper back pain, maybe you have headaches or migraines, sport injuries, joint problems, any repetitive stress injuries. Maybe you have neck pain or menstrual pain, gastrointestinal problems, facial pain, whatever it is. If you're in pain, this stream is a must watch. You're in the right place, because I want you to start this year without pain, without illness, without any limitations. So, like I said, it's mid-January. Let me ask you a question. Are your New Year's resolutions holding up? It's just about this time of year where you start to say, well, you know, maybe you're not sure. I mean, maybe you wanted to improve your mental well-being and just laugh more and have more joy in your life. Maybe you wanted to improve your finances this year. Maybe you want to improve your career. Whatever that is, I'm here to show you how quick and easy it is to just strengthen yourself so that you have no doubts at all about your goals and how that you can achieve them in 2018. So again, this is a free live stream. I'm opening up the phone line. I'll be taking live callers, and I'm just real. I'm just coming from the heart. I'm deleting everybody's mind. I'm activating your higher intelligence. I'm bringing in the universal intelligence. We're going to just make sure that everybody that's listening right now is open and receptive. So just say that. I'm open. I'm receptive. I'm deleting your mind, deleting all judgment and criticism. I'm strengthening everyone just to be in that neutral place, that place of strong energy. And what I do is when you come on, I'm just deleting your hidden unresolved life issues that are blocking you from achieving what you want. So what I do is I just find the reasons and the causes and the sources of why you're not getting what you desire. And I simply I delete them on the spot so that you actually attract it. So the problem that most of us are facing is that it's never what you think it is. So consciously you think you have a certain problem, it doesn't matter what it is, and behind that problem, there's a block. And if you consciously knew what that block was, you wouldn't have it in the first place. So again, pay attention right now to how you're feeling in your physical body, because as callers come on and I delete the physical pain or I delete the mental emotional pain, you're going to start to see your physical pain disappear. You'll just feel a sense of peace, a sense of calm energy come over you. So deletion is nothing magical or mystical. It's just a switch. It's hardwired to your internal computer. We all can do this. It's really simple. This is a live demonstration, and it's just about achieving results for you. I just want you to see what's possible in a short period of time. So again, I'm going to open the line. We're going to be taking live callers. I'm putting that really strong energy out there so that you know that the universe orchestrated this group. So you're attracted at this time in this place. So whoever gets through on the line tonight, whatever their complaints are, whatever their problems are, as I delete that, it's also going to help you. It's going to strengthen you if you resonate with that same issue. And consciously, you may think, well, I don't have that problem. But subconsciously, there's some resonating energy, or you wouldn't even be here tonight listening to this. So just again, pay attention, just be open. Don't try to figure anything out. Don't try to understand what I'm doing, because I guarantee you won't understand what I'm doing, because it's not logical. It's intuitive. And I'm using my insight to go deep and find those hidden weaknesses within everyone. So okay, I'm just going to open the live callers now. We'll take our first live caller.
All right, Marnie, we have Anna on the line. Anna, you're on live with Marnie.
Hi, Anna.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you great. Thank you so much for coming on tonight.
All right.
So happy 2018. What is it you're feeling? What is it that you want to manifest this year?
Okay, so what I have now, my eyes are hurting from the light. I cannot be at the computer for too long, at the phone. And in the evening, when it's to drive behind cars with the brake lights or with the headlights, it's very painful to my eyes.
Okay, so right now, when you're looking like just straight out into the room, what do you sense? Do you have pain in your eyes, or is it just like a glare?
No, right now when I look in the room, I feel kind of tension in the eyes. And when I closed my eyes at the beginning, when you were talking to us, my body was fine, except I could feel heaviness where my eyes are.
Okay, so let's delete the heaviness. So you feel heaviness, and the reason you feel heaviness in your eyes is because there's a fear. Okay, so I'm going to delete your fear. So when I get to the root cause of what your fear is, it's really about, and it's more nighttime than it is during the day, and you have nighttime fear, and you have fear of the dark. And it's interesting that you mentioned light, because it's like, let me ask you, when you walk in a room and the lights are off, you have no idea where the door is. And it's real simple, like what I'm saying. You turn the lights on, you see where the door is. Right now, when at nighttime is like dark for you, and there's a lot of dark, hidden stuff that's coming up and trauma that happened at nighttime. And this goes way back in your life to about 10 years old. And it's the family dynamics. It ties into your parents. So I'm deleting a lot of hidden trauma that affects your eyes, and I'm deleting that heaviness that you're feeling. So with that said, I want to ask you again, do your eyes feel the same or different?
They feel the same. I feel it across the eyes and the bridge of my nose, all this area.
Okay, so what's happening is your perception is really slow. And when your perception is slow, that change is an instant. So I need to speed up your perception. And part of your mind is so much in your eyes. So I'm deleting the mind effect. And the mind, you need to see with your brain, not your mind. So I'm deleting the mind effect from your eyes. I'm strengthening your brain receiver, your brain to your optic center, your central nervous system to your optic center and your optic nerve. And the lens in your eyes is actually weak. So I'm deleting the fear that affects the lenses in your eyes and how you actually see. And that's caused by misperceptions and misunderstandings in your life. So the root cause is really relationships, nothing to do with your eyesight. And there's a lot of fear and a lot of grief there with relationships. So as I delete that fear, I delete the grief and all the misunderstandings, misperceptions, speed up your perception. I'm going to ask you again, how do your eyes feel? The same or different?
It's different.
Okay, so let me explain what just happened. Perception is huge, okay? And I know because my grandmother was actually an optometrist. She was the first woman optometrist. And as a kid, she used to talk about seeing. You know, she used to talk about people used to come and get fit with glasses. And she used to tell me about how it's not really your physical eyesight. It's like what lenses you're looking through in life and your perception on things. And what I do is I delete the block, I speed it up. So I'm actually changing your vision will actually change and improve. But at the same time, when I talk about perception, I want you to ask yourself this. In your life, and for everyone listening, there's a lot of misperceptions we have. And we need to delete those misperceptions, and we need to speed up our brain receiver. So the way you're perceiving things has to shift. And so what I'm doing is I'm strengthening your brain receiver to connect to your optic center, and I'm connecting your brain receiver to the universal intelligence so that the answer is coming quickly, and it's your perception and your intuition and your insight shifts, because your insight is your greatest asset. And I'm spending a little bit more time with you because I feel like this whole group, think about, your insight. You can't always use logic to figure something out. It's logic plus insight, and that'll give you the right answer. So I feel that shifted. I know I go really fast. I do things really quickly. My goal is to just shift the sensations in your body, which I did. Your eyes have shifted. But in a sense, I want you to understand what I'm doing, because that's like shifting your vision of your whole future. Now I want you to imagine what you want. When you envision your future, what does that look like to you? What would you like? Because this really isn't about your vision.
Yeah, right now I enjoy what you did was brain. You know, everything went, instead of the mind, it's all the brain cells.
Right.
And it's awesome. It feels so good.
Okay, good. How's that? So can you feel any heaviness at all, or is it shifted?
I feel some tension, you know, around the eyelids and stuff, but it's different. It's different.
Okay, so the tension, I'm just deleting that right now. Do you still feel it?
Only on the right side, the right eye.
Okay, so I'm going to process and delete. Do you feel it now?
Easy. It's better.
It's better. Okay, so I do things really quick without articulating it, but what's really important is I want you to think about your future and what you want, and the things that things have never come easy to you. And I'm all about easy. Just get rid of it, take the easy route, program what you want, and make it happen. Like right now on the spot. And that you've never had that before. So when I say this to you, how does that feel? Making things happen now, changing quickly. Because that's the only thing, that's really why you're connecting with me. And everybody on the stream that's listening, it's about changing your perception, strengthening your insight to manifest what it is that you want. Does that feel better to you?
Yeah, I want to paint much faster. I'm painting, and so I want to make it happen faster.
Okay, so I'm strengthening you to painting and allowing, when you do it with your physical intelligence and your physical knowing, and you're connected to the universal intelligence, you download that into your painting. So think about downloading all of the creative energy from the universe and with amazing art. How does that feel to you?
It feels rich.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Okay. Go paint for me. Send me an email with a picture of what you paint. Will you do that for me? I feel your energy lightening up. I do. I'd love to spend more time with you though, because you're really open, and I feel that there's a reason why you're on here and you connected with me. So stay in touch with me.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to share? How'd that felt?
Well, it's liberating.
It's liberating. You feel freer?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So now that we got rid of the heaviness in your eyes, keep me posted on your vision, because I guarantee you at night when you drive and the lights, that won't affect you anymore.
All right.
So make sure you send me an email on that, because it had nothing to do with your physical eyesight. Does that make sense?
It does, yeah.
Okay. Okay, much love to you. Thanks for coming on, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Okay. All right, so we'll take another live caller.
All right. We have Aaron on the line, I think. Give me 1 second here.
Okay.
And Aaron, you're on Live with Marnie.
Hi, Aaron. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Marnie?
Good. Thanks so much for calling. Happy 2018. What would you like to manifest this year?
Well, I believe I'd like to manifest abundance and finances.
Abundance and finances. Okay, right now I'd like to ask you a question. In your physical body, are you feeling any pain anywhere?
I'm actually not feeling any pain.
Okay, well that's good.
A little tension, though, in my neck.
Okay, in your neck. So rotate your neck, and I'm going to loosen up that tension right now. And it's not actually coming from your neck, it's coming from your sacrum. So I just strengthen your sacrum, and the reason why your sacrum is weak is because there's a fear of running out of money. And so it's non-physical, and I'm going to strengthen you for money finances. So that goes back in your life to maybe like 3 years old. And I feel like you inherited a lot of that from not just your father, but your grandfather, like the male line. And there's a really hard energy there. So I'm deleting a lot of those memories and patterns. And as I delete that specific energy, if you rotate your neck, is that gone, the tension?
Yes, it is, actually, yes.
Okay, so see, it wasn't neck pain. It was really coming from your sacrum. And what we store in our sacrum for a lot of people who have low back pain, it's really financial pressure and worry. And that doesn't always come from us. It comes from our parents and grandparents, our ancestors, and they pass on their inherited memories they just don't serve our higher good. So I want you to think of abundance, okay? What do you do for a living?
I coordinate services for disabled people.
Okay, and so there's part of that you feel there's a heaviness there. It's not so much money finances as it is when you think about taking care of people and the cumulative effect of that, there's a heaviness I feel in your heart. And some of their energy you're actually taking on. You're very open and very intuitive, and you're like absorbing like a sponge some of that energy, and there's grief associated with that. So I'm deleting the grief, I'm opening your heart, and I'm making it so that your daily life routine, that energy flows for you, and that your boundaries and dynamics stay really strong so that you don't absorb that energy. Now, I want you to think about your daily life routine and how you feel. Did any of that ring a bell to you?
Oh, absolutely. It resonated.
Okay, in what way?
That's kind of been my task most of my life.
Okay.
And so it usually just leads into another type of situation, and this one just happens to pay.
Okay, and so if you think about your future and how you'd like to feel on a daily basis, what would that be like? Your daily life routine.
I would say a lot happier.
Okay.
I danced a lot in my life, and I want that back in my life.
Okay, so
and I can't seem to find that avenue.
Okay, so it's really not about, it's like you're not really doing what you enjoy doing. I mean, on some level, there's a struggle there, doing what you feel like you have to do. And so even if on your creative energy, I'm opening that, and I'm deleting a lot of the blocks that's like, you've been told you have to do this. Like growing up, where you told you have to do this, you have to do that, like all the have to do things. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, it kind of does, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going deep, and I'm deleting a lot of deeper hidden memories and all the memories of like, you have to do this. And a lot of us can relate with that. All the things you have to do. Well, you don't have to do anything. You want to do what feels good. And when you're connected to the universal energy and your brain receivers picking up, energy from the universe, it's like you're more you want to become more in alignment and do what you love. So when I say do what you love, I'm strengthening you for that, because part of you feels guilty to do what you really enjoy doing. Even when you say dancing or things that you really love to do, I'm strengthening you that, because you have to have the strength behind that and not have any guilty feelings or any feelings like you don't deserve to be happy, because on a deeper level you feel like you don't deserve to be happy. So just say that with me. I deserve to be happy. It's as simple as that.
I deserve to be happy.
Okay, now your heart, there's grief associated with that. Your mom was really never happy. And your ancestors, and you're carrying a lot of that with you. So I'm deleting all the residual memories, anything that you inherited that no longer serves you. And I'm actually opening up that energy in your abdominal area and your intestines and your organs, and strengthening, because I don't know consciously if you realize it, but you're holding that right in your stomach. So I deleted that. Do you feel lighter in your stomach area?
I do. Yes.
Now, when you think about being happy and doing what you love, does that feel different?
It feels better.
Okay, so, and now you think about abundance, how does that feel?
That feels better too.
So you really want abundance with everything in your life. It's not just about finances. But overall, in a nutshell, what I did really quickly, I deleted your money and finances block that went back to when you were little, connected to the male line. I opened your daily life routine. You're just going to feel different in work. So send me an email how you feel when you go to work, because it's going to be totally different. And I want you to connect the dots here. Like, I feel different because of all this stuff that just deleted. And a lot of that was affecting you that you didn't even realize. So I want you to be...
Gosh. I really appreciate that.
Are you feeling this?
I am, and I've been working on myself, and it's so I work on other people so much easier.
Oh, we
myself.
all do. We all do, right? So I'm strengthening your insight for you and deleting your blocks. I just reset your mind, your body, your spirit, your thinking, your perception, your awareness, and I strengthen so that you're good at reading yourself. And so if you want extra support, I do have a membership, a private group I'd love for you to join just monthly, and I'll keep you strong in your daily life routine. And that's really where it's at, because I feel like you're having these ups and downs, and it's just about staying consistently strong. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. I really appreciate it, Marnie.
Okay, so big hug to you, and thank you so much for coming on. And send me an email. Make sure to tell me in a week or so how you're feeling. I'd love to hear from you.
Oh, thank you so much. I will.
Okay, thanks for coming on. All right, we'll take another live caller.
Okay, in that case, let's see. We have Ginny on the line. Ginny, you're on live with Marnie.
Ginny, how are you?
Hi, guys.
How are you?
Marnie, I was going to ask you, can you please help me with the pain in both my hips, and my left hip is worse? It seems like it's in the joint.
Yes, so pain in your left hip. So that feels like a lot of pressure. So let's delete the pressure right now in your left hip. And right now, it's really money finances. And there's something that is like trying to shift, but it's not shifting. You know when you're in between gears, when you're driving, like it's almost like you're driving a stick shift and you're in between gears and you're like stuck. And the fear, there's a tremendous amount of fear. So I want you to think of money finances and just say, I am abundant.
I'm abundant. I am abundant.
So there's a weakness there and there's a struggle with your business. And to stay in the place of like you're able, you're willing, and you're ready to stay consistent, to stay in the flow, consistency. Consistency is the weakness. So what's going on really in your business?
I do have a lot of fear. Yes, I do have a lot of fear that it's just not rolling the way maybe it could be.
Okay, and in what way is that? You want things to go a different way?
Where I have a little bit more respect and control.
Okay, so part of you feels uncertain. So it's really uncertainty about the future, one. So I'm strengthening you for certainty. And two, you feel that the people that work for you, there's an energy there that they're against you. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so you have to make a team effort. So when you think about your team, I'm deleting the blocks that you have with your team. And there's a lot of male energy there. So here you are, this powerful woman. And I know, say I am a powerful businesswoman.
I'm a powerful businesswoman.
Okay, now when you show up for those meetings, what's going on in those meetings? Do you have someone that has your back at those meetings, or is it just you with them? And there's some critical meetings that are happening right now, right?
Yeah, that's correct. And it's honestly them against me. It's not
you with them, it's them against you. And they're upset with you right now. That's what's going on. And they're upset, and it has to do with money. And they're upset with how much money you're making. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so we need to delete the effects of that. So everybody's got to play as a team player, and I need to make you even with all of them. So how many people total? The top, I'd say you, and then the top 4 people, the people closest to you, and you know who they are. So I'm strengthening you to them and them to you, and I'm deleting all negative emotions and negative thoughts and just negative energy in the workplace. So those meetings have to be strong, and they have to be, their perception of you is off. So I'm deleting all the misperceptions, miscommunication, and any anger that's coming at you. Okay, now with just doing that, I'll explain in a minute what I did. How is your hip feeling? Because that energy was stuck in your hip.
Yeah, it's I would say it's 50 to 60% better. It's throbbing less.
Okay, so let's delete that throbbing. So now I'm going to speed this up because your perception's off, their perception's off, your speed is off, and timing is off. So there's things that are happening that you want to go faster, but yet there's a slowness there. So I'm speeding that up. Okay, just by speeding it up, how is your hip?
It's still throbbing, Marnie.
Okay, so it's not, the rest of this isn't in your hip. 50% was in your hip, the other 50% is in your heart. And there's grief there. And part of you is grieving about a loved one who passed away. And you wish that he was there to support you. Okay? So and you're still grieving about that. And so let's think about the person who passed away. And I'm going to connect you to his energy, because part of you feels it's really like you don't feel the support. And so what I want you to do is I want you to just say his name to yourself, okay? Now I'm connecting you to his higher intelligence, to that source energy where he's at. And he's going to strongly direct you from the other side with your company. See, you need answers, and you're not getting the answers, and you're blocked from your own answers, but the answers are going to come from him. They're going to come from the universal intelligence, and I'm deleting your mind totally out of this. I'm activating your brain receiver to the universal intelligence. I'm opening your heart, and there's some forgiveness. So deletion is 8 components: eliminate, set free, make independent, release, protect, forgive, and forget, unconditional love. So you need to forgive him because you feel like you're not being supported by him anymore. So I processed that. And you need to forgive the universe because part of you feels betrayed by the universe. Like, who's here to have my back? And you're struggling. So I need to delete that struggle, delete that betrayal, open your heart. And now I'm going to ask you again, take a deep breath in and sense how you feel. Is it the same or different?
Yeah, it's different.
Okay, now it's getting better. Is it still there or is it gone?
Yeah, it's still there, but it's better than it was before we started.
Okay, so it's what, like 10% still there?
Yeah, I would say about 20.
Okay, so let's take that down to a 0. Now your hip is strong, your heart is strong, but what is it that's really bothering you? See, it's the little things in life. It's trivial. This isn't something serious. It's like all the things that bother, annoy, and disturb you on a regular basis. Do you really want to be leading this company? You stepped into a role and you're leading this company, your company, right?
Yes.
Do you want to be doing that?
There's resistance.
There's resistance. So what is it that's really bothering you? You feel like there's a punishment associated with running your business. Like you feel like you have to do it rather than you want to do it. So let's delete the effects of that, feeling like it's okay, like you want to do this. Think about your business thriving. Okay, taking your business to multi-millions, okay? And eventually selling your business. What do you build it and you sell it, right? You ultimately want to sell your business?
Yeah.
So you kind of want to get out. So let's speed up the process. And I just shifted the energy. And as I shifted that energy and strengthened you for money finances, see, part of you feels like you don't deserve it, you can't do that. And that goes back to your father. So I need to delete those inherited memories from your father. And also the main guy that you're working with, and you know who he is, he's giving you problems. And so this goes really, really deep, and you have to change him because he's really affecting you. So there's some things that are you, and then once I strengthen you, there's some things that are really coming from someone else. And so you're really open and really insightful. And you're picking up this energy from him, and it's going against you every single day. So I'm deleting the effects of that, and I'm strengthening your boundaries and dynamics to his energy. Does that make sense?
Yes, definitely.
And so now when you think about him and you know who he is, does that dynamics feel different? Like a sense, like a peace, a calm? Because you got to have love for the people that work for you. You got to. If you don't have love for them, then you got to change that dynamics. Because if you walk in and there's such a bad feeling there. Think about him and think about like love for him, like unconditional.
I'm not feeling the love right now.
You're not feeling the love, and that's it.
I'm not feeling the love.
No, you're not feeling the love. So we got to work through that. I'm going to strengthen you through that so that you feel the love for him, because that really goes so deep into the hip. It's like it's taken out your whole hip, and you got to think, is it worth it to hold on to that? Because that's taken out my hip. So say that to you. It is not worth it to hold on to this. I want you to say that. It's totally not worth it to hold on to this emotion.
Not worth it to hold on to it.
Okay, now forgive and forget, release, delete completely, 100% infinite potential. Now, how does that feel now in your hip? The same or different?
Different.
Okay, so it's getting better, right?
Yes, definitely.
Now, there's another thing that I feel, though. There's karma between you and him. And so, but it really goes back to your husband that passed away. Okay, and so it's really between him and your husband that passed away. So that's a whole another dynamic there. Do you feel that?
I do. I do feel it.
And there's a friction there. So like your husband maybe promised him something and you're not sure about that promise, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I have to delete and reset that energy. So that's really what's bothering you. And so he thinks he's entitled to something and you don't, and there's this whole misunderstanding, misinterpretation delete and reset that. Okay, now I'm changing your relationship. It's not a pain in the hip. It's your relationships that's really where I'm at. And it's not really about money finances. It's your relationships. And when that energy shifts and when that energy opens in your heart, the millions will come in. Mark my word. Okay, now how does your hip feel?
It's getting better.
It's getting better.
Good energy.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you feel this opening up. And so there's two other people that I have to strengthen and delete. It's not just him, but there's two other people. So there's more to process. Now, with every single step I process, your hip's going to get better and better and better. Your health has to be 100%. And you need to walk into those meetings. You need to run your business from power, that you are a powerful businesswoman. You walk in that meeting, you command what you want, you get what you want, you build the business, but you got to do it from a place of unconditional love and unconditional understanding and work as a team. And if he's not working out for you, then there's a point where you either keep him or you get rid of him, really. And don't let the door hit you on the way out and not feel bad about it. But if the congruency isn't there, you got to get that person out because they're not doing you any good. They're bringing you down, and they're making your health is suffering. So I strengthen, deleted, and reset, and I don't have the karma, so that you automatically take that action. And you'll have clarity on what direction to go. And you're not going to feel it right now. I want you to process this sleep, and I want you to send me an email tomorrow and let me know your ahas that you got out of this, because your hip, that's going to be 100%. But there, like I said, there's a couple other people. I'd love for you, join me for more and continue this process, because the more you process, the stronger and stronger you'll get. And especially owning a business, you have to process this every day so that you're stronger and stronger and in charge of your life, your future, your finances. And ultimately, when you think about building and selling your company, how does that feel? Do you feel like that's more possible now?
Yes. Yeah, I feel stronger about it.
Okay, when you think about going into these meetings and them being against you, has that shifted?
Yeah, I do. I feel more confident.
Okay, in what way?
I'm the boss.
You're the boss. Now, that's good. That's a good place. Isn't that a better place to be?
Yeah.
Okay, now when you feel this guy, though, do you feel more love for him now? Do you still feel do you feel neutral? I want you to feel neutral when you think of him. Have you reached that place? Have you feel it?
I just feel like he's out, that I can't trust him.
Okay, so trust. We need to let go of all the people in your past that you had trust issues with. So I'm going to think about all those people. And it's not really that you don't trust him. This goes back to early in your life. It even connects to your mother, and your mother couldn't trust people. Now, when I say, and part of you you lost the trust for shocking things. When you think of something shocking you, now let me ask you, when your husband passed away, was that a shock to you?
Yeah, definitely. It was unexpected.
Okay, so there's a lot of things and it's like you kind of lost trust in the universal intelligence, like someone having your back there, right?
Definitely.
Okay, so what I want you to do is put your attention in your heart, okay? And I'm going to reset that energy, because it's real. This really isn't between this. When you think about that, a guy that you mentioned, it's not about trusting him. This is about trusting your higher intelligence and the universal intelligence, and feeling like you always feel supported in life, okay? So just say, I am always supported by the universal intelligence.
I am always supported by the universal intelligence.
Okay, and everybody listening, I want you to resonate with that. I'm always supported. That is the number one key in life, to really have that strong. And to make that strong for you in particular, you have to delete any shocking experience, any mistrust that you've ever had, any time you felt betrayed. And this goes back to your mom, it goes back to your grandmother, and there's a whole series of deletions that I'm doing. And now I'm not articulating everything, but I just did a lot of deletion, and I want you to tell me, when you think about that scenario again, do you feel the same or different?
Different.
In what way?
More trustworthy.
Okay, so when you think about the universe supporting you, how does that feel?
Yeah, the universe has my back.
Okay, so say able,
willing,
ready,
ready,
deserving,
deserving,
worthy,
worthy,
expected,
expected,
reality,
reality,
on the spot.
on the spot.
Now, as you said that, I strengthened the energy behind that so that your conscious and subconscious are totally congruent, that you really feel that in your heart and every cell, molecule, atom, quantum particle of your body, that you feel supported 100% of the time, and that nothing can take you by surprise. Like nothing. And if something happens, that you quickly reroute. Now, I want you to think about that. Like, you can't possibly make the wrong decision. You quickly reroute. Like, you have anything you touch will be the right. Any action you take will be that right action for results. How does that feel?
That sounds awesome. That feels great.
Okay, now you're changing. I'm hearing this in your voice, and I'm feeling your energy. Like, whoa, big time change. And this is very subtle, so you may not feel it, but like when we get off and you sleep on this tomorrow, I want you to send me an email and tell me how you feel and how different that you feel. And I want you to be sure to send me an email when you walk into that next meeting and you face this guy and you face your team. The dynamics will be totally different. And so you run your business from a place of power and strength, and know that nobody needs to support you. If you have nobody near you or supporting you, it doesn't matter, because the universe is supporting you, and that you're connected 100% of the time. Your only problem is when you feel disconnected, and you're not. I just strengthened you for that. And that's a big, huge shift. So again, I'm going to ask you again. That was good. I didn't want to let you go in the middle because that was some really deep stuff. And I'm really here to support you, to make you feel your best. And you know, as a businesswoman, I know it can be tough sometimes, but you're tough. You are tough. I'm tuning into you, and you're a tough woman. Say that with me. I'm tough. I can handle anything.
I'm tough. I can handle anything. Thank you so much, Marnie. I really appreciate your help. Really. God bless.
Okay, so when you take a deep breath in your heart, how's your heart feeling?
It feels good, and so does my hip.
Okay, woohoo!
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, well, we got rid of your hip pain. But you see how, for everybody listening, like, your hip pain was not hip pain. It was not physical. This tied into you running your business, you being a powerful businesswoman, and all the things that make you feel off balance in your business. It went back to your husband who passed away, and the people that you work with, and everything going on, and money and the dynamics. And wow, there was so much that shifted in this session. It would take me 15 minutes just to tell you what I did.
Right.
But I just want to get your results, and then once your hip pain's gone, you can call me later on and I'll tell you what I did.
Okay. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Thank
All
you.
right. Well, rock and roll on your business and keep me posted.
Okay. I will. Thank you.
Thanks for coming on. Okay. So you see how pain really isn't physical. There's a lot of mental, emotional, and spiritual weaknesses that we can have, and it's all about getting to the real reasons and causes and sources. And you see with Ginny, really feeling supported. So ask yourself, do you feel supported by the universe? And that was really key about, if you're on this call right now, there's something in your life where you don't feel supported 100% of the time. And that's why, I have a monthly membership. If you want to feel supported 100% of the time, join my membership, because I got to tell you that it's not just about, me supporting you. It's about, and it's not about any expert that you could ever go to that's going to give you the answers. This is about your connection, having your brain receiver on, your mind completely deleted, and just having that connection with the universal intelligence. And that is like the key for like this whole call. So if you like this stream, you will really enjoy my live strengthening and deletion membership program. I have a whole new private group, and I'd love to tell you about it. It's just being healthy, wealthy, and happy on a consistent basis. And just as you see me clearing, that's what I do every month. Like every month I go live with a strengthening and deletion call with my monthly members. And the goal is to keep you strongly neutral, like I said, with your mind totally out of the way, your physical intelligence connected to the universal intelligence, so that you have the answers to every area of your life, and that you take charge of your life. And that's, if you want abundance in every area of your life, 100% infinite potential, that's what it's about. But the main thing that I do with my membership it's like daily strengthening and deletion. It's a must-have to consistently stay strongly neutral. We all have our ups and downs in life, I know. And I'm like your GPS. I'll navigate you to clarity, abundance, vitality. And for most of us, it's so easy for us to do that for others and see other people's stuff, but it's so challenging to see our own stuff. So I want to ask you a question, like, what would your life look like if you could actually achieve your goals you set and finally fulfill all your future needs, wants, and desires? And ask yourself that. And I'm going to delete all the blocks that's stopping you from that. Now, there's some people that come to me and they get one consultation. Like, for example, Ginny, I got rid of her hip pain. Or, if you have some pressure on your eyes, I'll get rid of that. Or if you have neck pain, I'll get rid of that. Just like you saw in this call. But here's the thing. It's never just that one problem that you have. It's the cumulative effect. Like, that'll go away. But I guarantee you that in your future, you're going to have a lot of problems. But the key is how fast you can get to that solution. And so that if you speed up your perception, you speed up your timing, that's key. It's like, so your speed has to be really fast. The only problem that most of us have, it's slow. Some of us spend 30 years in the same problem, and you don't even know you're spending 30 years. I mean, how much money does your pain cost you? A lot, or your problems, a lot of time, money, and aggravation. So the key is how fast we can get to that solution. And really getting to that solution isn't always logical. Everyone thinks, oh, well, their logic is going to get them out of it. Well, when you're in a problem and you have terrible hip pain or back pain or whatever problem you have, I guarantee you that your mind will not get you out of that program. You can reprogram your mind, you can change your mindset, think positive and all that. And guess what? If it's still not working, you got to delete your mind altogether. Activate your brain receiver and get those answers from the universal intelligence through your insight, your feeling, your perception, your intuition, and really, that's how you take charge. You get the answers. The answers automatically resolve your problem. The key, and then you realize, like, okay, the more problems you have, great, bring it on, because problems equals money. The more problems you have, the more money you're going to make. The key is if you get to the solution fast. The most successful people in the world, they have a lot of problems. Even me, I got a lot of problems. I'm successful, but I work on a lot of successful people. But the key is I turn all those problems into a quick solution. And a lot of times I turn them into a financial solution where you actually profit off of it. And so even the worst problems you have, you turn them into a profit. So it's all about creating abundance, like I said, in every aspect of your life. And like I said, everybody has pain. You get rid of your pain, but then this isn't something that you just do once. Take a house. Look at a house. Let's say there's a big house and it was really dirty and you clean the whole house and it's sparkling clean. Well, you have to continue to take the garbage out every day or that house is going to accumulate garbage. And our life is the same way. It's the same analogy. Our thoughts, our thinking, our emotions have to be daily deleted. Otherwise, you accumulate that. So I'm all about daily deletion. So I want to tell you a little bit about this program. You can go ahead in the chat box and click that link and it'll give you all the information about my club, or you can come on over to marniegreenberg.com and click on programs and you can take a look at my monthly membership program. And what this is, it's just about connecting with me every month, and making improvements in your life should never stop. And doing so continually by listening to my monthly live calls will provide you with such an opportunity, one that requires little, in fact, any effort on your part. And what I mean by that is in this program, you get to submit to me your specific issues. So you're on this call listening, you all have some problem or life pain or whatever that may be. You can submit that to me specifically in the membership. That's the best part. So this isn't just like a general, strengthening or general information. This program is custom designed for you. So when I get on the calls, I see your issue and I strengthen you on a monthly basis. And the best part about it is you get to write me feedback after each call. So I shift your energy, I delete the blocks, and then you let me know feedback. And on your feedback, I insightfully evaluate and reevaluate. Now this goes on for like a whole year. So imagine, you see what's possible in just a few minutes. You come on with back pain or neck pain, it's gone. Imagine a whole year. And that's really what this is about. It's about peeling the onion in your life. And each call, your stress and pain will reduce each month. So what happens after you enroll? Well, after you enroll, you get access to my monthly membership. You'll get login information. And the best part about it is you don't have to be live on the call. So if I know a lot of people, you're too busy, you don't have time. All you have to do is submit your problem to me in the membership area, and I include you in all the live calls real time. If you never listen to the call, when I'm doing it, I connect with your central nervous system and you'll feel the shifts real time. It doesn't matter if you're sleeping and you never listen to the call. You get the benefit. And how cool is that, right? Because it doesn't take any time. But you also get the replay. So you'll always have the calls if and when forever. You want to go back at your own time, your own convenience. Like you have all the calls, you have all the recordings to listen to. And if you listen to them, they actually keep strengthening you. And you'll also get activation, so self-strengthening and deletions that you can listen to every day. So imagine every month you receive an activation, and they're only like 4 minutes, and you can play it every day. So, and they're on different topics, and they're power activations that put you in charge. Like Ginny, for example, she's a businesswoman. She can play this, before she goes into her business meeting or just to feel strongly connected. If you're a therapist, you can play this in between your clients so that you go into each client just so strong, so balanced, so centered. So a lot of us are absorbing a lot of negative energy out there. And we need something to keep us strong on a regular basis. And many of you are great with other people, but when it comes to yourself, you're kind of blindsided by things. So this is you'll never be blindsided again. Imagine that, right? Imagine that you have the answers, you're really clear, your insight's really strong with yourself. And the stronger you are, the stronger everyone else is around you. So I'd love for you to join. Again, if you have any questions, you can send an email to info@marniegreenberg.com, info@marniegreenberg.com. You can go ahead again, click that link. It'll take you to the sales page that tells you all the information. Or again, come on over to marniegreenberg.com, click on programs, and you can see all my programs. And for some of you, you may want to dive deep coaching program. So if you do, you can check out everything there. All the information you need is there. So again, I want to thank everybody for taking the time and energy, showing up, and just know that you can and will stand in your power this year and make your dreams a reality. So you just want to delete all criticism and all judging and anything negative that you felt or that you feel right now. Just delete it. You want to get good at one thing, and that's hitting the delete key. And I can't, in 1 hour, of course, teach you how to do that. But in my membership program, every month, it's an experience. People always email me or call me like, Marnie, can you teach me how to do this? And I'm like, well, you certainly, if you read a book, that's great, but you'll never learn how to do it. And even if you take a program, you still kind of may not learn how to do it. But if you join me every month, it's an experience. It's like being a great athlete or reading a book on driving a car. You got to get in the car and drive. You want to be good at something, you got to do it. And that's what this is. You got to get good at hitting the delete key, being in charge of your life, deleting what no longer serves you, and make things happen. I mean, that's who I am. Right now, I'm just showing up. I don't have a script for this. I'm not here to really sell you anything. I'm just telling you that if you want the shortcut to life and you don't want to deal with a lot of BS, because that's how I am, just, get rid of my stuff. That's who I am. Like, I'm not here to tell you long stories or tell you got to listen to hours and hours of video or whatever, or give you books, 20 books to read. I'm not about that. Show up, experience it. You'll feel the shifts real time. Whether you connect with it or not, I'm shifting you. I'm fast, it's easy, it's to the point, it gets to the core, it gets to the solution quick. So if you want quick, if you want a solution, that's me. And there's a reason why you connected with me right now. You're listening real time. So go ahead, click, join my membership. And if you don't like it, you can cancel at any time. No problem. So you got nothing to lose and everything to gain. So thank you, everyone, for joining. Make things happen. Feel good. Regardless if you join or not, I got lots of live streams coming. So continue to join me. Send me an email. Let me know how you're feeling for those who came on. Love you lots. Wrap your arms around you really tight. That's a big, big energy hug from me to you. Until next time, stay strongly neutral.